Na 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 na. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another StarMade tutorial. I am Digimazter, and I shall be your instructor today. Hey, you finally stopped bouncing. This thing was rocking back and forth for like 20 minutes. So, I got a comment on one of my tutorial videos asking if I was going to cover the advanced build mode. And I told him I would, and that was Grins, Grinz. So thank you for the comment, thank you for the sub, and I'm falling in holes. And here is the advanced build mode tutorial for you, sir. If any of you want to see anything else, let me know, and I will try to get on that. So let's get into it. We've got a lot to cover. First, you can access the advanced build mode in two different objects: in a core for a ship, and in a build block for a station or a planet. It just depends on what you're doing. They're exactly the same. Just in the ship, you can go to flight mode and build mode by hitting space. And in, and it's gonna rock forever now. And in the build block, it's just build mode. There's nothing else but build mode. That is it. I'm done with you anyway. You can leave if you want. So I'm going to be using the build block here for reference, just for things. Let's get a couple blocks, shall we? Let's just get rid of this. And let's just get some... Let's use the new one. Let's use the... Where's the dark gray? Let's use dark. Standard. Yeah, let's use dark gray hull because it's new. New. Oh, you're glitching out. He's dancing. Tap it, tap, 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 tap. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. No. Alright, so how you access the advanced build mode. Before we even get to that, actually, see how my cursor looks like the block? It's a preview of what I'm going to be doing. If I switch the block types, it's there. How you access that, it's very important, is you go, because I can't build without it. You go to your options, and then you go, it's not in general, it's under settings? I believe it's under settings. Oh, no, it's under graphics, that's right. Derp, it's under settings in graphics, and then you draw beams, sound effects, bloom, where are you? Okay, right here, draw preview, no, that's draw preview for paste, you want that checked too. Here we go, preview build block, right there, block to build. Make sure that's checked and you'll get this. If you don't have it checked, you will just have the yellow cursor there. So options, settings, graphics, check that. If you're new to SM and you're coming from Minecraft, another good thing to do is under controls. Nope, it's going to be under settings again. Yeah, I know that. It's under settings. General. Should have known this. Should have looked them up before I started. These were just add-ons that popped in my head. Where is it? There's that. Draw preview for paste. Huh. There's another one that's in here that's easy to find normally. Oh, I can't find it, but it's in here. It's under settings for one of these two. Graphics are this. I just can't see it. It's to switch the left and right mouse buttons, the place and build blocks. I switched them so it's exact same controls as Minecraft. Otherwise, it's opposite. That can be a little confusing at first, too. So now that you got that set up, even though I couldn't find the setting, such a bad tutorialist. What you do to access the the advanced build mode is you hold control. Can't just push it, you gotta hold it. It's not toggleable. When you do that, this screen over here becomes solid with all your information. It tells you your mass and power and all that. Same thing for your ships as it would for your stations and your planets. Same info. And then we got this cool bar right here, and this is all the advanced build mode stuff. First thing is, if you don't have this preview block up, this is the block, right? The orientation is what you're going to have to use to know how your block is placed. So if I switch this, you see how that has an orientation, and I click this, it'll change the orientation of the block that I've got here. It's so hard to see. You just hold control and you scroll through your mouse wheel, and it'll auto switch the way it's facing for you, and you can see it with the preview block. This is so hard to see anything, so don't use that. Use the preview block. Second is we have remove mode. Remove mode is cool. It just changes it to where you can actually take out and snipe blocks, no matter snipe blocks out versus not being able to. You can also take out bigger areas, but we'll get to that here in a second. You have an undo button right here. If you do something you don't like, you can actually just hit the undo button. You can only go back so many steps, but it's very useful. So if you're just like doing things, you're like, oh no, I made a bunch of mistakes. Just done. Fixed it. And if you broke, oh, see, like I did that. I broke that light, didn't mean to. I got a redo button. Boom, puts it back. Perfect. So we went over that. If you're building in the dark, you can hit lighten, and boom, lightens everything up. The one thing, hold on one sec, my mouse is being weird. The one thing I wouldn't recommend is doing lighting. As you can see, the lights just sort of stopped being lighting. I wouldn't do your lighting or try to create an atmosphere while in that mode. It just won't work for you. You won't put enough lights, because these lights don't work very well in StarMade. They need to redo the lighting system a little bit. You got to place a lot of lights to light anything up. It's kind of annoying. Oops, I got out of the build block. Let's see. We got the show center of mass. I'm not necessarily sure what this is for or why it's useful. We're not going to really see anything because we're on a planet. But it will show you the center of the mass of your ship, sort of like where the center is, I guess. I don't know. I've never used that button before. So take that one. You might want to Google that one, because I don't know what that one necessarily is for. And then you've got these X, Y, and Z planes, and you've seen me use these before. They actually allow you to build in a bigger zone. Zoom out here. You can actually move quicker too by holding shift while in build mode. Oop. Hit the right buttons. There we go. And you see, now I got this massive build block. If I just boop. Gonna lag a little bit here. And boom! Huge block of things. Why didn't it fill it in, I wonder? I will never know. And if we don't want that, we can just undo it. So that's what those are for. By default, this is going to be 10 by 10 by 10 is the max you're going to be able to do. You can go into the settings of your game and change this. On here, on my single player and on the StarMade server that I run, I have it set to 50s for the max. Allows you to build some pretty massive things pretty quickly. Those are very helpful for copying and deleting mass areas or building big blocks of things. We went over the undo and redo buttons. You have a load and a copy button. A load button is only for loading templates, which I've made a template for my space station that I'm doing that I haven't released yet. It helped me build the outer ring. How you basically do things. Let's make something real quick. Let's go like, let's not use those. Choose these here. It's like, oh yeah, look at this. This is the most. Oops, I made a mistake. Undo. Let's do it in lighting mode because it's kind of dark. Boom, boom, boom. Look at this thing. It's the most amazing thing ever. I want to make sure I can make a lot of them, is what you're going to say, right? That's what I say right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click copy. And when you click copy, it's only going to copy what's in this block. So we have one 2, 3. My 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need this to be at 6. Yep. And then it needs to be 1, 2, 3. Wrong one. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Now, you see how it's weird to place? Because it's a pain in the butt. I do believe this isn't fixable. So how you do that is you get out of pick area mode, you click that, and you sort of have to like fiddle with it until you can get it to copy the way you want. And now you may actually copy a thing you don't want, but you can always delete it later. See, there we go. Now I can copy because it's coming from this. So you just click and it's copied, and then I go into paste right there, and boom. Now I can make a bunch of them. Look at them all. They're all so beautiful. It's the most amazing thing in the whole world. Blue, blue, blue. We're amazing. We made a bunch of mistakes. See, now they're all back. So that's how paste mode does. If you want to keep this and be able to use it all the time, click save. And that'll allow you to make a template. This is amazing. Clickety. Now I have a template. And the templates actually transfer from your single player worlds to if you go to a server. I think that might be a setting possibly on the server side. I didn't necessarily see one though. I think it's just client side. So you'll have all your templates no matter where you make them. So if you're in a creative world, say you're on an open server that you can't go into creative mode, like ours, you're not allowed to go into creative mode like on the StarMade server. You can go into a single player world, go into creative, come up with a really cool thing like template, copy it, go on to the server, and then you can just have the materials for it and just paste it. So there you go. Or if you make one of something and you want to repeat it a lot like I did, you just copy it and you paste it. So get out of paste mode. I don't know what crate this is. It has something to do with docking rails. I've never used it either. So look that one up as well. These are just for the building ones. I saw that today. I don't remember that being there, but it might have been. I've never seen that. And then we get down to the best parts is the symmetry planes. First I'm going to talk about this odd symmetry mode. So if we click this one and we can set a symmetry plane. This is the most common symmetry plane you will use. It's the ZY plane. So how you set it is you select click the block here. You click this to click set, and then it'll bring up this little thing, and then you hit your button, which is your place key, whenever you set that to, and it'll place this thing here. And what it does is when you place a block, it'll put one on both sides. It's symmetry plane. You can do all directions basically. So we can set that one and zoom over here, and we can set this one. So now if I place a block here, if you look, it's placing on all sides, and if I build up, it's also building down. See? All directions. Beautiful. We made a masterpiece. Almost looks like something from Star Wars. So those are the symmetry planes. Now see how it's in the middle of the block? Well, if you click this odd sim, it'll actually put it to the side. It's defaulted clicked on. Unless you're using some weird extreme case, I'd probably always keep it on. I do believe this allows you to have more even building. For those of you that think when you use the symmetry modes, if it forces you to do something that is an odds, since it doesn't count the middle block, if you click this, it'll actually allow you to build in evens because it's on the side. So you get what I'm saying there? So there we go. And then you can mirror your cubes. Mirrors blocks like weapon, computers, hazards. Okay. Boop. So, it's just a mirroring thing. And then you got the build helper, and this is the cool thing. Click build helper, it brings up this. You can do ellipsoids, you can do circles, you can do toruses. So let's do a torus because it's a donut. Allows you to check your radius. Let's not make it huge. Let's make it a 20 total radius, or 10 radius, so it's 20 by 20. The tube radius, let's make that 5. Donut tube. And then we're not going to put anything on this, so it'll be straight up and down. If you put this to 90, it'll be flat. You can make it all torquey wonky depending on the degree you put here. So boom. And there's our donut. So let's click a block here. Let's click there. So it puts a build guide up for you to make a donut. Isn't that amazing? Woo! And you can do this for ellipses, circles, and toruses. I hope they come out with a few different objects eventually, but so far these ones have been working great. So if you need to build a big circle or anything like that for like an engine or something like that, you can. You just follow this. And if you have the red and the blue guy on and the green, if you have all 3 of the symmetry planes, you only have to build a quarter of it. You just build a quarter of that and it'll build the whole thing. So let's get rid of the build helper, and let's build a circle. Let's click OK, and let's only do a 5 radius. Boink. And see that. And now that I have all these symmetry planes open, if I go into the circle there, I just build up like so. See, we're going to build 2 circles now because we have one too many planes. We don't need the blue one for this, technically. Let's build the circle properly. Come down. Oh, oops. It's building weird. Because of the blue, one. But anyway. Dink. Now we have a weird looking circle. You can't really tell it's there because everything's all screwed up. Let me do a better job of that one here. Let me unset these. Let's go ahead and build. Let's use the build mode, shall we? Go down to 0, would you? Oh wait, we won't go to 0. There we go. Let's just boop. Clear our helper. Let's do another helper. Let's do a circle. Radius of 5. Boom. There's our circle. Let's go down and get rid of that and get rid of this. Actually, let's undo that. Undo all of that right there. So this was where we placed the circle, correct? Nope. Redo. That was. So what we want to do is we want to have this block and we want to set this symmetry plane, and then we'll set this symmetry plane. So what that will do, if you watch, now let me go ahead and get rid of this. And we do this. If you look up, it's building the same thing. It won't build that center one because I already had it built. So go ahead and build that. And we'll just go up. And boom. And the whole circle's built. So yeah, we only had to build a quarter. I've had to put that block there because that one was already there. But we only built this quarter and it built all of it. That one was acting funky because I had that blue guy there and it wasn't this wasn't centered. The symmetry planes weren't centered on the circle. So it was acting a little funky. So that's how that works. That's pretty much everything. You just clear this and go boop, gone. There's also the place/remove filter. It's pretty interesting to use. We can pick a type to replace it with. So since we're in creative mode, let's say build blocks. Build block. Click OK. I don't know how to use that. How do I use this? That was the helpers. I can't delete blocks. That's kind of odd. But I can place blocks. Huh. Clear build block. I don't know exactly how that works. I know it's useful, but I don't know how it works. I'll have to look that up and do another tutorial on that one if someone wants. But that's the majority of the features. I feel like a noob. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to tell you how all this works and not know how half of it works. Well, 1, 2, 3 objects. I don't know. 4. 4 things, and they're the ones you never use hardly. So that's a good overview on how this works. If you liked the tutorial, make sure to click the like button. If you want more tutorials, be sure to subscribe. You can also watch my new series I just started. I'm on episode 3, about to release episode 4 next week on Tuesday, of the StarMade server, my server I started with a bunch of friends for StarMade. So give that a check. Give that a look, and make sure to check out everyone else on the server as well, because they're making some really good content. Well, yeah, I hope this helped you guys out. If it did, like I said, make sure to click the like button and subscribe for more. And leave some comments on what you want to see next, if you want to see anything from me at all. You can even leave a comment that says, "Stop, you noob, you're telling me all lies." Alright, guys, this is Digimazter saying goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye.